Welcome to Come Alive. I'm Reverend Joshua, your host for today. We've been looking at Matthew chapter number 22 and verse number 37 and verse 38. And this is where Jesus is talking about loving the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your mind. And today we look at the third aspect of loving God, agapeing Him with all your mind. You see, the mind as a faculty of understanding. It is the faculty of understanding. It is the faculty of feeling and desiring. It's where the spirit, way of thinking and feeling is derived from, either good or bad. So Jesus says, love the Lord your God with all your mind, with all your faculty of understanding. You see, we love God with our emotions, but we have not learned how to love God with our mind. And I want to ask you this question: how can you love God with your mind? How can you love God with all your understanding? That means that you need to pursue how do you love God with your mind, thinking, the level, the depths of understanding. You see, Proverbs 4 says about wisdom, exalt her above everything. And he says, in your getting wisdom, gain or get understanding. It is in the depths. And this is what God is calling me and you. Search Him with all your mind. Learn to understand Him. Learn to know Him through His word. Learn to be able to discover the depths of who God is, that He can define Himself to you in depth with feeling and all our desiring. You see, how do I know if I love things more than I love God? For example, a man who is in love with a woman, do you show the same devotion to God that will show your woman? And the vice versa, a woman who is in love with a man. Some of us, we love cars. Oh, men love cars. And I know ladies are getting to a place where they're catching up. Do you love God in the same way? Do you give in the same level of understanding your mind, that devotion? You see, people who love their careers, they engage their minds to it. They study. They search that path. Have you devoted your life to search God, to research who He is, to understand Him with your mind, to know Him, until your feelings and your desires become motivated, become stirred up, that if you don't do that every day, you feel like you're missing something because you want to know Him. You know, Paul tells the Philippians, oh, that I may know Him and the power of His resurrection. Friends, loving God is not just something we say, oh, I love you. I love you, Lord. And when you go before God once again and you tell Him, Lord, how I love you, ask yourself, are you only loving Him with the emotions for the moment? Or have you loved Him with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your mind? And if you have not met this standard, then let's be honest with one another. We've not learned how to love God. And if you've not learned how to love God, then we are not fulfilling the law. That means we are all falling short of the standards of God. I challenge you today to change your way of thinking, how you interact with God, how you walk with Him, and purpose to give Him your all, your heart, your soul, and your mind. And you will be perfect in the eyes of God. God bless you. May you have a perfect day in Jesus' name.